Hi, it's Camper Jim with the Adventure Camper Company. In this video, we're going to show you how to connect the trailer using a weight distribution hitch. Steps. First thing you're going to do is you're going to get your hitch, put it into your receiver. We're going to want to make sure that we've got the top or the front of the trailer up high enough that we can back onto the ball. It's great to have a spotter, especially if you don't have a backup camera. So we're going to do that right now, and Isaac's going to show you what that looks like. Okay, so with a little fine tuning, we've got the ball just underneath the receiver. We're going to go ahead and lower the camper down. Now remember, we're going to put the stabilizer bars on, so there's a process we're going to start by first getting the weight onto the hitch, closing the latch, securing that. Now we need to put our bars in. I've taken the holding pin and its cotter pin out. I'm going to slide this into the small receiver like this one on this side. So here we go. Going to go ahead and make sure that gets connected. And there we are. So that's secure. Now I've raised up the camper quite a bit. So this bar should just lift right on to the L bracket, and it does. If you need to, give it a kick to put it on. If, however, you need a little extra help, the come along will do that. We'll have you come over and take a look. It's positioned like this. You want this bar to be in this crook right here. Lift up and push it all the way forward. If you need to, give it a little kick. And that has one more step. The holding pin, we're going to go ahead and drop that in. Notice that it bends over. We want it to bend over the top of the bar, and then put the secure or lock the secure in place. Now let's hop over and do it on the other side real quick. Same thing. Right like this. Up. Put that on. Put that on. All right. Now the next thing is to go ahead and lower the jack. We're going to put all the weight on the hitch. Make sure that you bring the jack all the way up, fully retracted. You won't need it when you pull straight out. It's when you go over any kind of curves or irregularities that you may actually bottom out that jack and bend it. So make sure it's all the way up. Okay, so now we've got the bars of the equalizer stabilizer hitch in place. We've got it locked onto the hitch. We want to make sure that we get our chains. Go ahead and get those forward. First, we're going to do chains. Make sure we have them in a cross pattern, and those attached to your truck. Fairly straightforward. There we go. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the wiring connected. Now, if you had the Kurt Echo wireless brake control, that would go in first, and then we would attach the wiring to that Echo brake controller, and then you would test that to make sure that you've got your connectivity. That's in a separate video. The last thing that we have, the last piece of the puzzle, is the brake control cable. Now, we want to make sure, however we attach this, that it's not dragging while in transit. So you want to make sure if you wrap it around anything, it's not going to pinch the cable. So I'm going to just route mine up and over like that, and then that'll be just fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let Isaac get down here and get a shot. We want to make sure that we connect directly to the truck, not to the chain, to the truck. That's super important. So once I've done that, and I've made sure that the cable is not going to get pinched, it's got a straight route, everything looks good. Let's do a quick review. The hitch is in place, the holding pin, the cotter pin, the chains are hooked up, wiring harness is connected, brake control is connected properly, brake controller is not dragging the ground. We've got our padlock on the latch. Our jack is fully retracted. Our secure or our holding L brackets are attached properly, bent over the top of the steel rods. And now all we need to do is grab our jack pads, toss those in our rigger in the truck, and we're ready to head out. Thanks a ton for listening and watching the video. I hope you found it helpful. I've got everything in. I'm going to put my seatbelt on. I've got my truck in tow, and I'm definitely ready. Remember, your next adventure and a lifetime of memories are just around the see you out there. Take care.